Hello, Kindred Spirits, and welcome to my spiritual oasis. Here, weary souls come to find inner wisdom and peace. We're doing a yes or no pick a card reading. Today, we have essential oil and tarot clarification for our yes or no groups. 6 groups, as you can see laid out. Before we get into the groups, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are not already connected to me on YouTube. Also, if you're interested in your own personal reading, whether it be a yes or no reading or any other type of spiritual guidance reading, you can connect with me on my Etsy shop. The link will be in the description below. So let's get into our groups today. So we have, again, 6 groups. We have 1, 2, and 3 at the top, and 4, 5, and 6 along the bottom. So pause the video at this point in time if you need a moment to meditate on which group or groups has your message in it. Otherwise, we're going to get right into the readings. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to your yes or no reading. We're going to go ahead and just flip over our guiding energy. So the answer to your yes or no question is a yes. It says, why not? Well, typically when this response comes up, Spirit wants you to ask the question. So you're here for a reason. You're asking this question for a reason. And Spirit wants you to ask yourself, why not? Why wouldn't you do it? Why is there a question in your mind or in your heart for this particular situation? So let's go ahead and get some additional messages. So you have the 3 of Feathers as well as Bergamot. Okay. So a potential answer to the question, why not, is because you could be going through a period of healing. With our 3 of Feathers here, the message with the 3 of Feathers is this idea of releasing or recovering. So you could be recovering from some sort of difficulty or challenge, heartache or physical ailments or something of that nature. You could be in the process of releasing negative or low vibrational energy, so like an emotional aspect to that. And that could be, why not? Especially if the question is about either adding additional items to your list of things to do, or something that's requiring you to give more emotionally than you are currently capable of doing right now, or physically. And then in Bergamot, the message here is about expansion. And the topic really is about self-love, that you love yourself. And so an answer to the why not could be something along the lines of, you know, you're working through your own self-love journey right now. And you might not have the capacity to add anything else to your plate or to be a shoulder or a support for somebody else because you're not completely grounded in your current state. So I would say if the question was centered around adding things to your plate, I would say maybe you do process through those why not questions, especially if you're going through some sort of recovery, some sort of emotional releasing and self-love or self-growth. It feels like some of you might be recovering from a potential heartbreak or some loss, and you're being asked to question anything that you're adding to your life, to your plate, that does not involve self-love, self-care, self-maintenance, and self-healing. So beautiful soul, these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. I certainly hope this resonated with you. If it did, make sure to drop a comment down below and let me know what did. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if we're not already connected here on YouTube. If you're interested in your own personal reading, whether it be a yes or no or other, please do connect with me on Etsy. Thank you so much for your time and energy, and I shall see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello group 2, and welcome to your yes or no reading. We're going to go ahead and flip over your guiding energy. So the answer to your yes or no question is a yes. It says, no problem. Are you going out of your way? Are other parts of your life going to suffer? So basically the message here is the answer to your question is a yes, as long as whatever you're asking will be no problem. That you're not going out of your way to perform this, do this, say yes to whatever this is, and other parts of your life will not suffer. Okay, so let's get a little bit more information. So we have the Page of Acorns as well as Clove. All right, so the Page of Acorns could represent a person, specifically or potentially a younger person, or somebody who's younger than you, or somebody who's in their younger than their mid-20s, if you will. In a fire sign, potentially Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in a fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Doesn't necessarily have to represent a person. It could also represent just the energy of the Page of Acorns. So our Page of Acorns energy is about discovery and enthusiasm. It is a young, vivacious fire sign energy where you are ready to get out into the world and figure out how the world works. So our pages are all about tangible manifestations of the world. So with fire being the element of focus, it's a tangible manifestation of our desires and our our vitality and energy, and we just want to get out there and we want to explore to see what the world has to offer us. And the Clove energy really talks about presence of mind, and also how you look at events that occur in your life. So instead of saying, why did this happen to me? Instead ask, how did this happen to me? So it's like taking a assertive approach to your life and making decisions and choices to live your life on your terms rather than having life live you and wondering how it happened. So I'm really feeling like there is an encouragement here for you to be the initiator in your life. Our fire energy, they're initiators, they can be aggressive, but it's really about assertion and just knowing that you are the star of your life, that you are the leader. You are the lead role, you are the audience. And there's really an encouragement for you to take ownership of your life. And I feel like this particular message is for those of you who are maybe it's really difficult for you to say no to people or opportunities. And I feel like there's just an encouragement for you to screen things that are added to your life and make sure that anything that you are adding into your life is in alignment with your own interests and your own drives and passions, because that's also what our acorn energy or fire energy is about, okay? Discovery, enthusiasm. If you're not enthusiastic about it, if it's not something that you're curious about or you want to explore further, or that's in alignment with your passions and your purpose, then maybe it is a problem, and maybe we need to rethink whether or not we participate. And I think, again, there's also a really loud message about you taking control of your life and taking responsibility when you get into situations that you don't want to be in, and that you figure out how you got there. And so that way you can work your way out of it and you can get back on your path and back on track. So beautiful, soul. These are the messages that I have channeled for you today. I certainly hope this was helpful and enlightening for you. If it was, make sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know what resonated. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if we're not already connected here on YouTube. If you are interested in your own personal reading, make sure to connect with me on Etsy. All my available readings will be through my Etsy shop. So thank you so much for spending time and energy with me today, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your yes or no reading. So we're going to go ahead and flip over your guiding energy. The answer to your yes or no question is a yes. It says, you bet, only if you're willing to risk something you value. Whenever this card shows up, it's typically because I always feel like Spirit wants you to think about whether or not this is really, truly worth it to you. Like, are you willing to put something on the line that you really, truly value in order to do this or have this or whatever the question is? In order to say yes to whatever the question is, are you willing to put up something that is of value to you? So this kind of just gets you thinking about how important it really is. So very interesting. Let's go ahead and flip over the other energy. So we have the Knight of Shells as well as Rose. Okay, so, wow. All right, so this, to me, these messages are very much so linked and connected to love in all of its ways, shapes, and forms. Passion, it just feels very love, eros energy, eros, eros, where it's love in all of its ways, shapes, and forms, depths, and expansiveness. So we have the Knight of Shells. So the Knight of Shells could represent a person in a water sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in a water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't necessarily have to represent a person. It could represent just the energy of the Knight of Shells. So our knights are messengers, but they are also warriors. So they bring good news, potentially bad news. They fight and they defend. And, in this position of shells or water energy or heart space energy, love energy, it's talking about fighting for or defending your heart space, defending your emotive space, your emotions. Our Knight of Shells is very charming. Our Knight of Shells is very passionate. And in fact, our Knight of Shells is uncomfortable in this position because knighthood is about fighting and defending. It's very aggressive. And our Knight of Shells is, has that divine feminine water energy associated with our Knight of Shells. And so our Knight of Shells wants to remove the armor and be in a place of beauty and art and love and compassion and wants to open up. So often our Knight of Shells brings messages surrounding love and softening your heart and being open. And then we have Rose energy over here. And Rose energy is really just talking about compassion, right? So we're still on the same level of this compassion and love and heart space energy. That's the chakra that Rose is connected to here. This is the essential oil rose. And it is talking about healing. So I feel like if your message has anything to do with either jeopardizing some sort of heart healing moment, some sort of healing in your heart space, then maybe you're betting too much. You're putting too much on the line there. I feel like if your question has something to do with the heart space, that there really is an encouragement here for you to be compassionate to yourself and to move through life from a place of deep self-love, self-worth, self-respect, and self-appreciation. There's an encouragement here for you to expand with love, to spend time loving yourself in all of its different ways, shapes, forms, and facets that it can manifest. So whether that's, doing self-love activities, self-maintenance activities, developing a spiritual practice that's centered around healing and love and compassion. I also feel like there's a message here about you pursuing your heart's desire that keeps whispering in my mind. You pursuing your heart's desire, you tapping into your own creativity, you respecting your emotions. When you're feeling a certain way, feel that way. It's okay to feel that way. You don't need someone to confirm whether or not your feelings are real and true. If you feel it, it's real and it's true to you. And it's okay to feel the emotions. If it's low vibrational, it's okay to release the emotions, and you should. But it's okay to feel them. If you are a very watery person, you could be a very watery person. And our world in a lot of ways is not supportive of emotive energy. Our world in many ways is very masculine in the fact of outwardly expressive and work and effort, and just fiery and airy sort of energies are often praised, and watery emotional sort of energies are not always praised. So I feel really just assuring yourself that it is okay to feel and to be who you are. That's not to say that you don't grow and you don't expand, but there does feel like there might be some sort of shell or protective layer that you're putting around yourself. And I feel like the Knight of Shells is encouraging you to let down your guard around your heart, at least to yourself, or first to yourself, so that you can heal and moving to a space of discernment rather than a space of fear and retreat. Being able to discern whether or not energy that's coming into your heart space or trying to enter your heart space is coming from a high vibrational perspective, from a compassionate and loving and true point of view or perspective. So, beautiful soul, these are the loving messages that Spirit wanted to share with you today. If something resonated, please do drop a comment down below. Let me know what did. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if we're not already connected here on YouTube. If you're interested in your own personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy, link in the description below. So thank you so much for your time and energy, and I'll see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group number 4, and welcome to your yes or no reading. So we're going to go ahead and flip over your guiding energy. The answer to your yes or no question is a no. It says, perhaps when things clear up. So there's a suggestion here that maybe you already have enough on your plate right now. Maybe you're busy enough. Maybe you're even going through some things where you're maybe in the fog right now in your life. You're trying to work through your own healing or your own situations. And so we're not adding anything we're not saying yes to anything right now, or we're not adding anything right now to our plate because we're processing through some other things. So let's see what the additional information. Okay, well, that message is pretty clear. So we have the shaman as well as enlightened. So there's a very strong message here that you are going through some sort of a spiritual transformation, some sort of a spiritual enlightenment, some sort of spiritual sojourn. Our shaman talks about divine wisdom, and frankincense talks about enlightenment. And it just feels like you're on a spiritual sojourn right now. So if your question had anything to do with adding to your plate, you're busy. You're busy right now. You are on this spiritual sojourn and discovering your spiritual power and the power of spirituality and having a strong spiritual practice and grounding. You're tapping into divine wisdom, and really you're just on this search and on this sojourn to transform your life right now. I feel like the path, when you're on a spiritual sojourn, it's leading you through like the 8th house elements of like death and rebirth, where the old way, like your old way of thinking, your old way of processing and going through life is falling away, and a new way of life is coming to you where you are more enlightened, where you are, you're a higher version of yourself. So, frankincense is really talking about and frankincense is the crown chakra energy, by the way. But it's really talking about your connectivity to the, cosmic energy, to the cosmic consciousness, that you are not alone, that you are one with everything around you, and that the only illusion is that, because the crown chakra is about truth, so the thing that goes against truth or blocks that truth is our lies. And the biggest lie, the greatest lie of all, is that things are not all the same. Like, things aren't all blended together. They're the same sort of thing. For example, the chakras are all one pool of energy, and we break them down in order to think about them in very specific ways. But, for example, love. Love is all one thing. It's not separated truly, but sometimes we separate it in order to understand portions of it, or understand the how we love someone or something, to make distinctions ourselves. But it's really just one pool of energy. So I feel like, spirit is just letting you know that you're safe and you're loved as you continue on your journey of self-exploration. You're not alone through this. You are connected in a cosmic sense, and there's an encouragement here for you to continue this process, for you to continue forward until you've reached your point of enlightenment. And everything else, of course, that's not duty. and things that you have to do to maintain your life and or your dependents' lives. All of that other stuff is extra, and we're not adding anything else to our plate. We're going to continue on this spiritual sojourn until we reach our point of enlightenment. So beautiful soul, these are the messages I've channeled for you today. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, drop a comment down below. Let me know. If something did resonate, click like and subscribe if we're not already connected here on YouTube. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, connect with me on Etsy. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, Group 5, and welcome to your yes or no reading. The answer to your yes or no question is a no. It says no thanks. So let's get into some more energy. So we have the wheel as well as sandalwood. So the wheel is suggesting some changes are happening. The wheel also looks at possibilities. I think it's interesting that the octopus is represented here, because the octopus is very intelligent, very mobile, very wise, I would say. And, with all of its legs, it also suggests almost like being able to, I don't know why multitasking is coming in my head, but it is. But there's a wisdom and an intelligence to the octopus energy that I think is really interesting to be connected to the sandalwood energy, which focuses on awareness. I feel like there is just a message here from Spirit that either you're going through changes or you will soon be going through changes. There will be opportunities and possibilities coming your way. This is crown chakra energy here with the sandalwood. So it is talking about potentially changes or possibilities coming more from a spiritual perspective or a spiritual point of view. And then there's also a reminder here that you are a powerful creator. And the triggering statement in this card is, I never get what I want. And the true statement is, I'm a powerful creator. I think this is really interesting because I feel like this is just reiterating the fact that it's like taking life into your own hands, taking your life into your own hands. And instead of complaining about what you've gotten, create the life that you desire, that you want. There's an encouragement here for you to listen to your inner voice, for you to release your ideas of an outcome that you wish to see and trust that you are aligned with the universe. So I do feel like there's a spiritual sojourn aspect to this, and being aware of what you want, but maybe opening up your mind and heart space to the fact that it might not manifest exactly in the way that you think it will. So I feel like there's a message here to keep an open mind, an open heart, keep possibilities open, be open to more than one potential outcome for whatever you're working towards. So I feel like the no thanks is really focused on, I feel like Spirit is saying there's some things in the works, some things that are coming your way, and that your focus should be on what do you want to create, what do you desire, and what do you want. So focusing on that so that you can create the life that you desire through this place and point of change, and keeping your mind and heart open to the possibilities. So, dear love, these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. I hope this was helpful. If it was, drop a comment down below. Let me know what resonated. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if we're not already connected. If you're interested in your own personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group number 6, and welcome to your yes or no reading. The answer to your yes or no question is a yes. It says, by all means. You must be willing to tap into all your resources at your disposal. And then you ask yourself, is it worth that? So our energy here is the 9 of crystals as well as peppermint. All right, so the 9 of crystals really talks about security and abundance, and our peppermint is talking about inspiration, being inspired and being filled with possibilities. Allow yourself to float up above any thoughts or emotions and see what is needed for you to process them and move forward. So this is a brow chakra energy or third eye energy here with peppermints, and I feel like it's just like kind of opening, like peppermint kind of like wakes you up, right? And I feel like there's a spark, there's a spark and an energy there with peppermint that it livens you up, it quickens you from the perspective of your spiritual sight. And I feel like there's an encouragement here for you to see things from a different perspective, a different point of view, that you're not really logical about something, you're not really emotional about something, but you're looking at it from a spiritual perspective. So I feel like, you know, if you're asking a question about something and it's like, by all means, it feels very intense. So I feel like the question here is saying yes to this thing really as intense as giving up all of your resources, or is the effort that you're putting in going to yield the results, like an equivalent results in your life? And that's completely up to your measure. There's definitely a message around abundance. Like, is this going to bring you abundance? Is this going to bring you security emotionally, physically, financially, etc., etc.? Whatever security means to you, whatever abundance means to you. And I feel like Spirit kind of wants you to ask the question, is it worth all of this effort and energy that I'm putting into it? So that's a question that only you can answer. But you're really being encouraged to fill yourself with possibilities. Whatever this is this your only option? And you feel like this is your only option. I feel like the encouragement here is be open to possibilities. If you only have one option, you've not done enough digging to give yourself more options. So come from a place of abundance whenever you're with a situation. Don't like limit yourself down to the bare minimums, or to a bad option or a couple of bad options. Expand your options, your mind and your heart before you make a final decision. So these are the messages I've channeled for you today. If something resonated, drop a comment down below. Connect with me on Etsy for a personal reading, and I'll see you in an upcoming message. Bye.